about going up to niggas and expecting them to just instantly give me the formula. It's not about that. And I'm really learning as an adult, a young adult, you have to make up your own motherfucking formula. That's the point that I'm trying to make. What is your formula? What is your formula? You can't be using everybody else's formula trying to expect it to work. It don't work like that.
Hello. I just remembered in the midst of me talking to myself, I literally just remembered how one time I mentioned that there's always a point in time. Do y'all like my nails? I painted them black. Anyways, sorry. I mentioned there was a point in time. What the fuck was I talking about? Distractions. There was a point in time where I realized that I have moments of like learning, and then I also have moments of me trying to basically give off the messages or the things that I learned, because you never know what can help somebody else. Something that my mama used to always tell me when we found ourselves in the midst of some shit was, well, she used to say she felt like she goes through things so that she could help other people. You know, it's not for her. It's more so based on, the story that she can give off so that she can help others. And I'm kind of switching it around. I'm not giving off stories. I'm not telling stories. I have no stories to tell. I actually think that the story is kind of redundant. You know, I don't feel like the story really plays. I'm not gonna say it don't play a part, but the details in the story does not matter for people to be able to understand or hear your message. It's not about the story. And that can help somebody relate, maybe, but that could also push someone further into the mentality of being a victim. So it's not about the story for me. It's more so about the message itself. Getting down to the nitty gritty. I wonder if y'all can hear this music just playing. Anyways, getting down to the nitty gritty. Okay, babe, I'm literally like, don't be rude. Damn, I'm gonna have to ignore it. This music is frying me. Hold on. So yeah, I just want to get down to the nitty gritty of what really matters, which is the message. Everybody has a story. Literally, everybody has a story. It's life. The message for today's video is, this is something that I always reiterate about anything, honestly. It always starts with self. That's what I have to say. It starts with self. And um today has been not a day of deep reflection, but a day where I just noticed certain things. I didn't go to work today. I was going to, but I was like, yesterday drank the fuck out of me. And it wasn't so much so that it felt like there was just so much turmoil or just disdain, like how it typically would feel, or like burnout. I wasn't burnt out, but yesterday drained me because it was a lot. And I felt like I had to do a lot of recalibrating, recalculating, reanalyzing, stepping back a little bit, and then pushing forward again. Like, it was a lot yesterday. It was a lot. Then, not to mention, on top of that, like, I feel like my emotions was really up and down yesterday. And the good part about that was I wasn't focused on making my emotions be the result of my day. At one point I would get irritated. The kid's not listening. I said, "Shut up." No, I'm playing. But one point, yeah, like I'm upset and repeating myself. So it's like, I'm feeling irritated. Another point, I'm happy as shit. Another point, I'm excited as shit. Like, when I say my emotions were like, like it literally, it was all over the place yesterday, and I kind of fucked with it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that was a good. It kind of felt good to have my energy drained by the things that it was drained by. But um yeah, I slept so good, so deep. Like, I really, really slept last night. And I woke up and I was like, yeah, nah, I'm not working. I'm not going to work today because I'm still a little tired and I still need to like calm my nerves. I need to decompress and all this extra shit. So I took today to do that. Um it was just a lot. There's always synchronicities around me. I'm not gonna lie. There's always synchronicities around me, but it was just particular synchronicities that I came across today, and I know it's real when I'm not like actively searching for something, when it just like pops up. And as of lately, that has been happening a lot. And not only does it happen, I'm starting to see like certain dreams that I used to have play out in front of me. So I've been feeling really good these past couple of days. Like April, the month of April has been really, really cool. What's today? The 14th. The month of April so far, I literally have been feeling more like myself than anything. And I always retrace it back to the months before I even got to this point, honestly, because I've been feeling like I've been feeling like I haven't been allowing things to like hold me back, or I haven't even been in my head about anything, or trying to make up excuses in order to like stop me from accomplishing certain things. And because of that, I feel like there's a lot more opportunities like being placed in front of me for me to take in order to continue to push me forward to get to a certain vision that I see, or a certain place that I want to go, you know? So I've been doing the damn thing. I have been doing the damn thing. I really have. And I'm so proud. And I feel like this is genuinely what I have been wanting. Granted, I don't think I've gotten anything physically, but it just feels like this is what I have been waiting for, what I have been wanting. And um I can't put a name to it as to what the fuck I have. I genuinely can't. I think it's just energy. I think it's just energy. I think it's just determination. I think it's just I was about to say resilience, but not resilience, because I'm always that's just me. I'm just a resilient person, but I think it's I don't know what it is. I can't put a name on it, but it's just a certain feeling that I feel that I've been waiting for. And this is actually I feel like I'm literally in the midst of one of the dreams that I have been. At first, I was kind of forcing myself to get there, but as of lately, not being hyperfixated on anything, not being worried about anything, is just allowing time to take its course, allowing life to just be, allowing me to just work with what I got, literally work with what the fuck I got, bro. I feel I feel like I'm there now. I feel like I'm there. I can't even say I feel like I'm almost there. I feel like I'm there. I do. Because there's just so many things that I recognize within that dream that I remember. Like, that's one of the dreams that I keep. I'm not going to say I keep it in my head, because a lot of times what you focus on, it kind of like, it takes a while to get there when you just so hyper fixated on it. But when you stop worrying about it and you just like lock in for real, and the term lock in is subjective. Like it's just a lot, which is why I feel like I'm kind of learning to not give people advice that's specific, if that makes sense. All I can really tell people is the basics, and whether you start off with that, or whether you excuse me, whether you take what I say or not, that's just up to you. I don't know, girl. That's just up to you. I can't really force anybody to listen or be. I can't walk your walk for you. I really can't. I cannot walk your walk for you. So these days, when people do have like questions or need advice or anything, I keep it as like I keep it. I'm not gonna say as indirect as possible, but I definitely keep it light. I don't get too deep into it, because if it was me, I probably wouldn't even be in your situation. If it was me, girl, I wouldn't give a fuck. If it was me, I probably would have gave a fuck. If it was me, shit just would have been different. But like, how do you operate? What feels most comfortable for you? What feels best for you? What feels like it makes the most sense? When you look down the line, what don't you want to deal with? I can't tell you, oh, I'm gonna do this, and well, I would do this, and da 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 da, because that's me. And whatever comes with that situation is something that I'm willing to put up with. You, on the other hand, would you be willing to put up with that down the line? Do you think that's a smart idea? Do you think you should go forward with that? And I feel like this is the point that I'm trying to make. It's not about um, needing advice on what you should do or whatever, whatever. It's about you. What the fuck feels best for you? What are you comfortable with? Even when it comes to jobs and stuff, like I'm learning because, there was a point in time. What the fuck do I do? I don't want to do what I said I wanted to do. And I realized I was just saying I wanted to do that because everybody was asking me, but I really don't want to do that. So what do I want to do? And I'm still making away. I'm still doing certain things that could probably push me forward. But that's not the point. The point is not what I'm doing. The point is the work that I've done to be able to place myself in a certain perspective that I can, you know, gain or grasp onto certain things that I feel like I want within certain situations. So, no, I don't want to be working every fucking day. No, I don't want to be a fucking teacher. And I told everybody I was going to be a teacher. No, I'm a substitute teacher. But I also said what I do want is I want to be around kids. I'm around kids. I want to be able to network. I network when I'm at the job, and I'm not even at the same job every day. And that's literally the good part about it. Like I'm in different areas. I'm literally getting everything that I said that I wanted. And because of that, I'm being able to branch out in many different things. Like, well, when I say that in the terms of I'm being able to talk to so many people that they're putting so many different possibilities into my head. I'm just expanding my horizon. It's not about going up to niggas and expecting them to just instantly give me the formula. It's not about that. And I'm really learning as an adult, a young adult, you have to make up your own motherfucking formula. That's the point that I'm trying to make. What is your formula? What is your formula? You can't be using everybody else's formula trying to expect it to work. It don't work like that. What fits best for you? Everybody has something different that they're willing to put up with. I'm not willing to just put up with half of the shit that this world is trying to force on people. I'm gonna be so real because it just never works out that like it don't work for me that way. It don't feel comfortable for me that way, and it don't make fucking sense if you ask me. Half of this shit don't make sense. So it's like I like to do things that make sense. Some people like to do things that don't make sense, but it works for them. I can't force anybody to do this. I can't force anybody to choose that. I can't force anybody to want this. I can't force nothing. I can't. But I know what the fuck I want. And so I think that's what the fuck life was trying to get me to focus on. How can you feel comfortable within your situation? And how can you allow your comfort within a certain situation to move you to the next thing? Not saying that the next thing has came, but I definitely feel like I'm a lot more open energetically so that if something was to come, it would literally come with ease. I literally feel like I have nothing holding me back because I don't have anything that I'm hyper fixated on. I don't have anything that I'm worried about. And it feels so fucking good. And that's literally all I wanted. That's all the fuck I wanted. I didn't want to have anything to worry about. I didn't want to have anything to just make me feel like I'm not going to be able to accomplish my goals. I'm at a point now where everything I say I want to do, I'm going to do. Everything I say I will do, I do it. And it's so simple and it's so crazy because I do think it's a mind thing. Because I've been in this bitch for almost a year now. Well, technically it don't count now because I started working in January, but from May all the way to December, girl, sitting on my ass, feeling like so inadequate, feeling just not left out, but I just felt like I wasn't capable. I felt like I don't know, and it was that also ties in with the whole bunch of burnout and all this extra other shit. I was just trying to get my mind right, and I kept saying it's my environment, it's my environment. I still think it's my environment. I'm not gonna lie, I do, but I also know that because I feel like because I've been able to make a way in the midst of the hell that I feel like I'm living in, it's still working out. So I can't blame my environment. I still think this bitch is bullshit, honestly. That doesn't change the way I think. But I operate so much differently now when it comes to my day to day. I'm not sitting in here ruminating or sitting here feeling like I'm a failure or whatever. And that's just the honest truth. At first, I was feeling like a failure, which was so crazy. It's something else that I mentioned to myself. You just got a degree, but you feel like a failure. How crazy is that? How fucking crazy is that? You just got a fucking degree. You did some shit that hella people aren't doing. But I think that was another thing. Like, it wasn't about what everybody else was doing. I don't really base my accomplishments or the things that I want to do off of what everybody else is doing. That was never my intention. That was never anything. I genuinely don't be giving a fuck about what everybody else has going on. Because when certain emotions pop up within me, my first thing, my first mind, my first instinct is, what's wrong? What the fuck do we need to do? Why are you not okay right now? How do we fix that? That's where my mind goes. It doesn't go to, oh, she has this, I want that. I wish it was never that. And I think that's why I don't I've felt the feeling of jealousy before, maybe even envy, but I just don't get, like, I just don't be wanting what everybody else have. But yeah, I think it's just a matter of you focusing on what it is that you want to change within yourself, what it is that you want to work on within yourself, what it is that you feel like you're most comfortable dealing with. If you're in a certain work environment and something's wrong, but you still want to work around that certain area or a certain field of work, maybe you just in the wrong fucking place. You can always go somewhere else. You can. You can always go somewhere else. You don't have to allow that certain environment to make you feel confined. You might even be in a place where you're supposed to be a little bit higher up than you are. Literally, you just have to understand everybody has a place. Everybody has a place. And if you don't have a place, bitch, make it. The world is big enough for that. For real. It's just that fucking deep. For real. And it's also a matter of you not trying to be so fixated on having somebody by your side. That's one of my biggest, like, pieces of advice. You don't always need somebody by your side. A community is great, is necessary for sure. But when do you build one within yourself? How do you know what you need from a community if you don't know yourself? How do you know? Because that also ties in with when it comes to the environmental sense of it all. If you don't know what you need, how can you ask for help? Oh, sorry. Sorry, I feel like that hit me. Damn. Somebody needed to tell me that. Yeah, how the fuck do you know what you need? How do you know what you need if you don't? If you just, sorry, birds is throwing me off. You just need to pay attention to your life. Pay attention to the things that you may have gone through in the past. Heal that. I'm not saying work off of that. Heal that. Heal that. Get comfortable with that. Learn to sit in that. Learn to be okay when certain not mine, certain ideas or certain memories pop up. Learn to be okay. Learn how to have control over your brain. That shit ain't no overnight thing. Learn how to have control over your brain. Tell that bitch to shut the fuck up. For real. Cause sometimes them thoughts not even yours. For real. For real. And I feel like this is how I know, or never mind. Don't worry about it. But yeah, don't let your brain control you. For real. It gets that fucking deep. Everybody think every time their brain tells them something they have to do it. No, the fuck you do not. No, you don't. You really don't. So learn to be in control of your brain. That shit ain't easy though. It's tough. But people get there. People get there. I'm a person that has gotten there. So I don't allow my mind to tell me what the fuck I'm gonna do. We cooperate. We coexist. You give me some information. I'm gonna think about if I want to work with that. I guess give you some information. I don't know how that would translate, but and you figure out how you want to create from that. Just simply like that. But don't allow just one specific part of your body to just take over. Like, unless it's like necessary or something. I don't know, girl. I don't know. Different lives. People got different lives. I don't know, but I'm just telling you what be working for me and how I got in a mindset that I'm in now, because I genuinely don't feel like I was once feeling. Like, I feel like my perspective is so different in the way that I have been moving lately, simply because I do feel like I have the next step. And because I feel like I have the next step, like, the smaller steps to get to the next step is so much more easier to take on. And I feel like I don't have to really think about the things that I would once be in my head about, because it's like, girl, I got shit to do. I don't got time to be worried about what if girl, we'll figure out when we get there, but I got shit I want to get to, because I'm sick of this. So I'm sick of this shit, so I'm trying to get somewhere else, girl. I don't want to hear that. Not right now. We'll talk about it later, if later even comes. But yeah, that's just my little spill on that. That's how the fuck I'm feeling. So I feel great these days. I really do. I'm so grateful, which is why I never just allow my negative thoughts to take over. Like, I never allowed them to control me. I never allowed them to make me think from that point of view or make me feel like that's who I am, because I've seen the good in me. I've seen the great in me. I've seen myself accomplish and be pulled out of certain shit that I never even knew there could be a solution for real. So I think that just made me so much more hopeful within life with anything. I heard somebody say, and this was already something that I always tell myself, like, I've been through the worst. So you think I'm about to let this little shit get to me? Hell no. I've literally been through some crazy ass shit all my fucking childhood, bro. Up into maybe like junior year of college. No, I'm not junior year, sophomore year of college. I've been through some crazy shit. I've been living a crazy life for damn near, or was it 2 decades? 2 decades. Bitch, it's time to it's time to take control over my own motherfucking life and stop letting people just do anything. For real. It's time for me to be able to use my discernment and actually pay attention to my instinct. That's something else that I paid attention. I've always been very intuitive, even as a child. It's just that people tried to make me go against my intuition, and I didn't even know that was my intuition. That's another thing. But I just be reflecting so much and comparing and contrasting, and like, it was there all along. I was there all along. And I'm so glad that I didn't push it that fucking deep down to a point where it's gonna take forever to fucking damn pull that shit back up and understand life itself. I'm just glad. I'm glad that I was always knowing. The damn bird is tweeting. But that bird sound closer. Can y'all hear that? Anywho. But I thank you for listening if you did. I believe that's all I have to say. I probably got more to say, but the video is long enough. Thank you so much. I love you. Goodbye.